From Nigeria to Vegas, the lights are bright. Champagne popping under the neon night. I swear be shining gold and white. Laughter louder than the city's heights. Oh yeah, step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Nigeria to the world, let it show. We rock it, we flex it, let it flow. There's a heat, but we bring the rain. Palm wine vibes in a champagne lane. Jollof aroma drives me insane. Culture's a wave you can't contain. Raise your hands if you feel alive. Heartbeat matching the drums drive. Oh yeah, step on the dance floor.
It never favors you. That thing was a cultural idea. It's not biblical. That a man should take of a woman. It's not biblical. What the Bible says is that if he that does not walk should not eat. Okay, before you marry, so how were you surviving? Before you have boyfriend, before you have fiancé, how were you surviving? That's the question. Like I said, all this talk is poor people talk. Somebody that has a well-to-do parent that raised that well, they will send you to the best schools. You finish the best schools, you will get one of the best jobs. They won't leave you to roaming around with one boy to pay for. Boy that buy you puff puff, he will squeeze you like puff puff. That's the way they use some of you. It's the way you have rated yourself. If you don't buy me popcorn, I won't come. That's why they'll pop you like corn. You're disgracing your family. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? It never favors you. That thing was a cultural idea. It's not biblical. That a man should take of a woman. It's not biblical. What the Bible says is that if he that does not walk should not eat. Okay, before you marry, so how were you surviving? Before you have boyfriend, before you have fiancé, how were you surviving? That's the question. Like I said, all this talk is poor people talk. Somebody that has a well-to-do parent that raised that well, they will send you to the best schools. You finish the best schools, you will get one of the best jobs. They won't leave you to roaming around with one boy to pay for. Boy that buy you puff puff, he will squeeze you like puff puff. That's the way they use some of you. It's the way you have rated yourself. If you don't buy me popcorn, I won't come. That's why they'll pop you like corn. It's poor people thing. It's because the fathers are not taking their place. Can you imagine that my own daughter now? She wants to go on a date. She says she send her transport. My own daughter. How is this going to work? We have many cars in the house. So somebody that you live in a house where there's Lexus, there's sports car, there's transport. You see, it's poor people behavior. What your father could not do for you, you want to put the weight on one more man to do for you. Is it your father?
All right.
Let's stop all this nonsense. What your own father could not do. A lifestyle your father could not give you. Yeah. After 40 years of him working. You want this young boy that just started life. Because when they meet, only the man is just struggling. The woman is doing nothing. Or sometimes only the woman is just struggling. If two of you are doing something, if you are not rich, the small both of you have, you can put it together and start life quickly. And the rest will start to come. But one person is usually not doing anything. So they meet, you are in love, but you can't pay for a hall. So we wait till 3 years to save to pay for reception hall. It's your own time you are wasting. Are you here, somebody? Because when they meet, only the man is just struggling. The woman is doing.
All right. Welcome everybody. Sorry, I was trying to set up my Facebook. Of course, you know Facebook pay more than YouTube, but Facebook get too much wahala. But anyway, I'm trying to get my channel working again on Facebook. I have like 8,000 Facebook followers on my personal profile, and I have like 12, 10, and another 10 on 3 of my pages. So I've neglected those pages for way too long. So I'm now trying to reactivate them. All right, welcome everybody. Auntie B, my Auntie B of Obodoyinbo TV. Let me show you guys Where is Auntie B? Auntie B, yes. Obodo Yimbo TV, yes. Let me show you my one and only Auntie B's channel, because what I'm about to discuss on today's show, it actually started from Auntie B's channel, and I've always encouraged people, both men and women, to please go and subscribe to this channel and listen to the show. Yes, like always said, sometimes one show might not be wanted, but the message, the lessons in those shows goes a long way. So that's why I always encourage people, go follow Auntie B of Obodoyinbo TV. Auntie B is doing what I can I say she's performing a miracle? Yes. And the reason is because every show on Obodoyinbo TV are always packed with lessons, right? Okay, so the show I have for you today, it's a little bit different and it's coming from Obodoyinbo TV. So the show Auntie B did 2 days ago, Auntie B spoke about the responsibilities of men. She spoke about how men are struggling, the loads they have to carry, the things they have to do in order to provide and protect their family. And if there is one auntie I know that really don't sugarcoat things, Auntie B is one of them. She really don't sugarcoat things. She tell you just plainly, it's not fiction, and you can tell that she is coming from a place of love. Her channel have changed a lot of lives. Her channel have really helped so many sisters and a lot of men. So when Auntie B spoke about these particular struggles that men have to deal with, then I started saying to myself, I went back and watched the show again, and I'm like, well, I think a lot of women really try to understand men. They don't really know men the way you think you know them. Yes, I'm a man, and I'm telling you right now, sometimes you don't really know us that deep. And if you can see from the topic I have right here, 10 challenges African husbands may not share with their wives, is because in reality, as Africans, we bottle a lot of things inside. Yes, we African men, we bottle so much inside. We don't share. And many men are crying in pain, in suffering. And all these marriages, basketballs we are having all the time, oftentimes when you listen on social media, it sounds like, oh, man, these African men, they are terrible people. Don't go near them. Africans. When we say Africans, it even sounds like generalization. Nigerian men, oh more, we don't collect. Oh, Nigerian men, we collect too. Now, all those narratives are not wrong. But sometimes I feel like some of those narratives are not giving African men some grace. And at times I would just ask within myself, do some people who actually come for Nigerian men, African men, do they sometimes think about the fact that they have sons? Mm-hmm. Have you thought about it? That I have a son. One day my son will grow up. My son is going to get married. A son you raised, they are well raised, you taught them right. You did everything you should do as a parent. And yet, your son got married and is having problem in his marriage. And then, either you are a man or a woman, as the father, you begin to worry like, no, this can't be my son. My son can't do this. It must be the wife. God forbid, maybe it's your son. get involved in DV. Maybe the wife cry, come back one day, say, he slapped me. Jeffrey slapped me. He punched me right in the face. And as parents, you'll be wondering, like, what happened? What got into Jeffrey? Jeffrey used to be calm, gentle boy. He can't hit a fly. What happens in marriages? And men often suffered a lot in silence. I know many pastors, a lot of counselors, they have advised men over and over again. Speak up, speak up, speak up. Talk to your wife, discuss with your wife, share with your wife. There are some things a man cannot share with his wife. Yes, I'm an advocate of transparency. I say this all the time. Be transparent. Tell your wife everything. Yet, as a man, there are a couple of things you can't tell your wife. And that is where the woman instinct has to kick in for her to figure it out. So the show we're having today is not about men is bad, men are good, women are bad, women are good. No, it's just about what are some of those things that your husband may not share with you that you should figure it out and help him. Yes, I use the word help. A lot of men needs help. African men, Nigerian men, we get coconut head though. Sometimes even when we they die, they go, we don't go talk. Oh. And that is where we want you as a woman to step up. If you feel like this man talk to me, this man, what is going on with my husband? My husband used to tell me everything, but I know something is not right with him. Auntie, maybe it's time for you to figure it out. I'm just saying. I saw a video by Therese. I don't know. I think I saved it or maybe I just skip it. It's one of these podcasts. And Therese was speaking with passion. You know Therese now, the one where they cried the other time, say a wife divorced him. And Therese was like, as a woman, when I'm down, what can you do for me? As a woman, when I needed help, can you step up? There are limits to where your cleavages can solve some problems. Yes. I'm sorry, sisters. This video is not for you, my real family, but it's for those who might be having this problem and they may come across the video in future. You see, you are beautiful. You are sexy. Oh my God. Your presence alone can turn your man's on. But when it comes to this thing called marriage, after a couple of months, your beauty no they cut him again. No. Yes, I go talk him. Your beauty no they cut him again. After 1, 2, 3, like 4 years, it's no longer about beauty. Your husband know you are beautiful. Yes, your husband know you are a very sexy lady. You are smart. You are a slay mama. But when real life happens, your beauty don't cut it. I know we've said men should stop asking, what do you bring to the table? Forget that table. In fact, trash the table. The focus now is, what do you bring into the marriage? It's not the table. And one of the things you should bring into a marriage is your ability to discern. Is your ability to know when this man needs help. Many sisters know this, but they may not share. That's why I'm so much appreciative of my sisters on this internet space that are in marriages and they will come forward and they will share their experiences with other fellow ladies. And I'm so grateful to a lot of big uncles and brothers who also will come out and share their experiences. Because I know the emphasis these days is on men. Men, we got to do better. Man, you got to be the leader. Man, you got to be the leader. You got to move this way. Man, you got to move that way. Man, you got... What happens when the man moves that way? He do everything. The man fixed the whole shit. He's a man. He's on top of the game. And yet, the man still feel lonely inside. Yet, the man still look at you, the wife, like, you didn't bring any value to me. All you bring to me is your body, and thank God you give me children. But when it comes to what I'm dealing with, you don't bring shit to the table. How about that? So, I'm doing this show not for real fam, but I'm doing it for people who might stumble upon it tomorrow, and hopefully it can help. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. Let's get into today's show. My name is Uncle Beno, and this is Hangout with Uncle Beno. All right, we all know many of this stuff. There is no need to beat around the bush. I just want to shine some light, perhaps maybe draw one or two inferences, and I'm gonna share the link right now. I need if Uncle Dayo is available, please, Uncle Dayo, please come. This is one of our episodes that we used to do, Uncle Dayo and I, and it's called High Valued Men. Remember, we define high valued men as not in terms of money. And shout out to Sister Natu as well as my real fam sisters. They actually helped me break it down and make it make sense. The real fam sisters have clarified that we have high net worth men and high valued men. So Uncle Dayo and I, we host this segment every now and then where we talk about being a high valued man. All right, we're not talking about a high net worth man. Unfortunately, these days, some sisters will say, "I want a high valued man. I want a high valued man." What they are simply saying is that they want a man who is rich, a man who don't make money. However, what they are not putting into consideration is that they actually they desired a high valued man that has money. But what they get mostly is a high net worth man that has no value. All right, I got my people in the studio. Anyway, first off, ladies and gentlemen, Simbi is back. I think my baby is bubbling now. And Uncle Dayo is here already. So Simbi, what's up, mommy? How you doing?
Hi, Uncle Beno. Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm
Happy
okay.
Tuesday. Hi, Real Fam. Hope everyone is doing great. Hello, Papi.
Yeah.
How you doing? Welcome to the studio.
Everybody is doing Uncle Dayo, you have to do something with this phone. No, it be like saying your earpiece. It be like they use one of those earpiece where they talk and where they echo or something. But anyway, welcome, Uncle Dayo.
Sorry, Uncle Beno, it's the phone itself. It's not I'm not using any earpiece at all. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Are you on YouTube at the same time? Are you on YouTube on your phone and at the same time you come to the studio while the YouTube is playing, Uncle Dayo?
I always connect through the YouTube and then from there I enter the studio.
Oh, okay. You may have to check your YouTube. You may have to check your YouTube, and then since you are in the studio, just close out the YouTube completely. That can be where the echo is coming from. All right, welcome everybody. I see my sister Marriott. How are you doing, ma? That Chucky. This is our topical Chucky. So all the brothers, this is for us. Welcome, my brother Chucky. I hope work is not stressful. My sissy, what's up? Sister LaBelle, how you doing today, ma? And of course, we have Sister Cherish Olivia, the one and only beautiful South African woman. I saw one of her video. I shared it at the backstage. I'm like, Sister Cherish, what are you trying to do? This one, you are walking like a model. You are catwalking. Really? Hey, do we need to go and hire security to monitor you up and down now? Missy, how you doing, mama? The real Mojo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then I see Samuel Adebayo all the way from Facebook. Thank you for watching. All right, let's get quickly into this show. I still have to go to work, but if we have to extend it, Simbi is back now, so Simbi can moderate, or any of our sisters can moderate. In fact, the show we did yesterday has proven that all real farm members, they are very, very good moderators. And I've come to realize that I be like saying that maybe the coconut head for here itself. Because yesterday they were just flowing, being nice. But when I'm the one hosting, those sisters, they are never nice to me. But yesterday, because it was Abby, everybody was just nice. Abby, Abby. But now they say, oh, Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben. No. Now to tell me in CC language, Uncle Ben, what do you mean? All right, let's get this started. Okay, so the first thing that a man might not share with his wife, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, we already know many of these things, no be today. The number one thing is financial pressure. This particularly is very common in our community as Africans and as Nigerians. Many sometimes they don't share their financial pressure with their wives, and this is why some of them, they usually end up having bad boosts with their wife, because wife don't even know what they are dealing with. And we encourage men all the time, please, my brother, if you really want to enjoy your marriage, you have to share your financial problems with your wife. There are some men who actually hid what they make from their wife. They won't tell their wife, oh, baby, this is what I'm making. No, no, I don't know the reason for that. Some of them lies. A brother that is making, let's say, $60,000 a year, or if it is in Africa, in a place like Nigeria, a brother that can only capture maybe 3 million naira in a year is giving the wife the impression that he's an odogun. He's giving the wife the impression that he's actually doing way better. Babe, a clear 10 million in a year. I don't understand it. So please, my sister, if you are married to a very good man, a great guy, he treats you right and all of that, and still you guys are still struggling at home. If you are having bad boss in your marriage, and mostly that bad boss is originating from a point that you are just struggling financially, it might be that your husband don't want to share his financial struggles with you. So you have to step up. I'm sorry. When I say step up, I'm simply saying that you have to at least see if you can cover up some of those expenses for him. But before you do that, your primary goal should be how to get this brother to open up, to admit first that he's struggling financially. A lot of African brothers might not share that too. Okay? And you know what they say? A poverty mindset is the devil workshop. All right. So let's move on to number 2 real quick. Number 2 is extended family responsibilities. This one is huge in the African community. Yeah, especially if you are married to somebody from Nigeria. I know some other African country too, they experience something like this. If you are married to a man from a place like Nigeria, whether he want to admit it or not, that brother is dealing with extended family responsibilities. And as a woman, this is key. As a woman, if you give your husband the impression from the get-go that no, me are not into that marriage where you go to talk about your family, me family dead and deal. It is us. Forget any family. You are already setting, you are laying the foundation that might eventually destroy that marriage. Now, hear me out. We have preached this on multiple occasions that as a man, your nuclear family come first. You, your wife, your children comes first, no matter what. They are at the top. They should be your priority. But as an African man, as a Nigerian, you own your extended family some responsibilities. And you have to come forward, let your wife know that, hey, baby, I have to help this person. Oh, I have to assist that one. Oh, I have to step in here. Oh, I have to move that way. Oh. And when you tell your wife, you should expect to work with your wife relating to how you want to help your extended families. But if you are not telling your wife in such a way that you open the window for her to help you look at those problems so that you can handle it together, bro, that is a recipe for disaster. All right? Why I said it's a bigger problem is if the woman this brother is married to has already gave this brother the impression that you cannot not think about your family. I don't want to see nobody. Not talk about your family. We'll be with now your family you marry. Nya, 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 nya. And then the man feel like, ooh, I think my wife don't like my family. And then the man started helping the family on that G. The man can share the struggles of his own extended family with you. Until remember, you are not an island. You have your own extended family too. The man that hides how he's dealing with his family problem from you, don't expect that man to step up when it's your turn. No. So I'm just saying, as a woman, this is another issue, another challenges that an African husband may not share with you. But the solution is, to my brothers, you have to let your wife know what's up. Because sometimes you may be too involved in this black tax. You may be helping this family so much that it's destroying your own family. The best way to make it work is for you and your wife to be on the same page as far as your family issues are concerned. I'm just saying. Okay. When I go to number 3, I'm gonna have Uncle Dio to run through the same thing. I just wanted to do this presentation in case if I have to leave the studio and join through another backstage or something. All right. Number 3 is job insecurity and career pressure. You know, men these days, we get stuck a lot. A lot of men, where they are right now, they can't go beyond that. They can't go beyond that. We already know the world is a global village now. We know pays that correlate with every job people are doing. And if you want more pay, you want promotion, you may have to take some training, you may have to take some certification, you may have to go back to school. But once a man is married and he have children and he have all of this responsibility to take care of, if the money is not enough for him to conveniently sign up for trainings or go back to school, then he's going to have the issue of job insecurity, because now his life depended on the current job that is in. He can't leave that job. He is stuck. On the other way round, some men are ambitious. Some men, they are go-getters. Some men have a dream to get to certain level in their lives. And there are some men that when it comes to career, they are actually in competition with their peers. So why you guys are still thinking of, okay, baby, let's manage what we have. Let's settle down. Let's do this. Let's do that. Some men, they are thinking about how they want to go back to school. They are thinking about how they want to become a PhD holder or something. And they may not share it with you. I've heard a sister complain one time that all my husband do is school. I've married this man now. He's going to 80 years. He's from one school to another. We can't even look at the motorway with the drive. See this, see this, see there. So maybe, just maybe, this brother is not opening up and tell you that, babe, oh, I promise my grandma, oh, I promise my ancestors, oh, I must be a professor. I must get to this level or that. Maybe he's not sharing it with you. So you can figure that thing out and you can actually come to him and say, we need to talk. I know you want to get to a certain level, but right now, maybe you just need to take a break. Maybe we just have to like do something else for the next 3 years, at least reposition our family. But if there is no conversation around these things, some men might actually see you, the wife, as the enemy of progress. The sister I just shared her story now that was complaining that for 8 years all her husband is doing school. Do you know what the husband said? The husband said he married his own enemy. Oh, sorry. I didn't know that. And it's not loud at my end there. Will make that no verse. All right. So thank you, Chucky. So that is it. The husband is complaining. The husband said the wife is an enemy of progress, that he didn't know he married his own enemy. So these are some of the things your husband may not share with you, and this might be bringing a lot of backbones in your marriage. Especially unemployment is another problem. A man who is jobless. Some men will lose their job and they will remain silent about it. They won't even tell their wife. Say, work, don't go. Out of fear being judged. Especially if they know that their wife is the type that will actually judge them. Eh? So, wahala go come dey. In Nigeria, back in Nigeria, I know a couple of bonds, a couple of brothers that they don't have a job, but every morning they will dress up and they will say they are going to work. They will end up at newspaper stand. They argue. I'm just saying. Number 4, health concerns. This one is a big one. I know my sisters have said it over and over here, and some sisters have said it in the chat that please, when it comes to health, a man should know to take care of himself. Honestly speaking, I agree with the aunties, the sisters, 100%. But you see, as a man, sometimes when we are hustling, we're walking around the clock. We left the house in the morning, we came back at night. We're hopping. Some men here in abroad, some men are working 3 jobs, some are working 2 jobs. And there are some men that they have just one job, but that one job is freaking stressful. Yeah. Now, this abroad, now I see doctor where I talk, say, I no go ever become doctor in my life. I don't want to be a doctor. In this same America where we do. Honestly. A doctor that is getting the big check. But when you see their workload, when you see some of them, you can literally see stress written all over them. And they are getting paid big bucks of money. And there are some doctors that know how to maneuver their way where we say they are not doing much. You know, those that have higher skills, they are not being stressed. But there are some doctors that work in some facility that one shisha be agony. You will see them and you'll be like, doctor? Well, so a lot of men work too much that they forgot to take care of themselves. Some don't even check their vital signs. I think I have a video on this channel or maybe on the other channel where I advise women that one of the things you should have in your house is blood pressure curve. I said it all the time. I'm still saying it now. Blood pressure curve, you need it in your house for your husband. Any woman that kick against this, I don't get issue with you, but this is what I'm going to tell myself. You're not thinking about your husband. If your husband is African, Nigerian, and he's working his butt off, Auntie, make sure you have blood pressure curve in the house. Monitor that man, BP. Yes, like play, just the check am. Because at times, many of our African brothers, they don't even know that something is wrong with their health until they are dying. Until you got to a point where you have to call 911. A lot of our brothers are dying right here in abroad. 55, 60. Some stroke. All kinds of conditions. When you hear the story, you will be shocked. You will just, but I still see this uncle now. He's fit, he's smart, he's doing everything. No, bro is buying gradually. And the one person who's supposed to be the one on top his case, that one person is looking at him, you are a grown man now. Maybe you have doctor. Maybe you have insurance. Why don't you go and see your doctor? Well, and see, some men may not share with you their health condition. Some men we actually wanted to prove they are Mr. Macho. Yes, they will show you, I'm fit, I'm strong. Now, lie. Remember, I've told you guys here one time that if your husband is not getting at least 7 hours of sleep, minimum of 4 to 5 times in a week, auntie, I pray nothing will happen to you. I pray God will protect your husband, though. But those stories we are hearing, hey, Grace, God, Grace, oh, Tina, oh, Nalayo. Now, small, the overlooking of health concerns, now they lead to that. It will not be your portion, it will not be anybody's portion in Jesus' name. I know. Hey, grown up man, you should look after yourself. Please, auntie, if you believe you are one and not two, just the way you are taking care of your children's health, you also have to take care of your husband's health, because some men will not share with you. Sometimes your husband may go talk to his physician, and the diagnosis may be terrible. Some men will say, no, I don't want my wife to be scared. Don't worry, we will pray about it. I will handle it gently. Nah, lie you. You have to pay attention, my sister. Okay. So number 5, head concern. Your husband may likely not share with you. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5, mental health struggles. It still fall under head concern. Mental health struggles. You see your husband moving mad at times when there is no reason for him to be moving mad. You see your husband, sometimes he is talking to himself. You caught him talking to himself and he pretend that nothing is happening. Auntie, these are small signs. So you notice your husband, he's just being hyper worried. He's worried about so many things. Hey, auntie, umbo, I want landed there. In Yoruba, they say, if they come, you go set trap for them. Your husband may not tell you his mental health condition. And all this things sometimes comes up in diagnosis. Sometimes the doctor might have diagnosed that I think something is wrong upstairs. If you are not paying attention to these things, by grace of God, I pray none of you will carry 2 people load. Both you and your husband will live long and you will hold together. But an African man may not share his mental health struggles with you. A lot of African men are going through depression, anxiety, some are burnt out, and they are often unspoken. Yes, due to stigma. You know, men now, I'm a strong man. I don't have to tell my wife. Many a times your husband is not happy. I think we had this conversation one time. I don't even remember which of the platform we had that conversation, where I said that the I think I asked a question. I said, sisters, when was the last time did you check if your husband is happy? And I think the conversation goes somehow like, no, it's not the responsibility of the wife or husband to be happy. I'm just laughing because you see this marriage crashing left, right, and center. Like my sisters have said multiple times on this platform, it's a combination of so many factors, so many things that is wrong. Do you even know the signs that your husband is happy? Yeah. Just like I tell brothers, if you don't know the indicator to show that your wife is happy, you are already a failed husband. The same applies to women. If you don't know the things that your husband do when he's happy, if you don't know the things he get involved in when he's happy, and it's just me, maybe you see this guy, he's moody mostly now, just sit by himself, even when the TV is playing, he's just on one corner in his own house. You start up a conversation, you're like, oh, okay. The kids, the children that are always happy around him, that he's playing with, now the children are playing, just look at them. All right, Joseph, I face your study. Okay, I'll see you guys. And you did there, you're like, my husband don't move his ass. He's always sitting there. He's not helping me. My husband is not cooking. My husband is not Radika. My husband, yeah. He's keeping to himself. I think my husband is cheating on me. Oh, I got to check his phone. This one is just sitting down on his auntie. Your husband is dealing with big time depression. Your husband is becoming invisible right in front of your eyes, and all you can think of is he's not even looking at me, he's not even moving. I don't know what's wrong with him these days. I don't know what he's gonna blame me for now. Auntie, let me tell you something. Honestly speaking, as a married man, I got to tell you this: 70% of the time, you are not our problem as husband. When you see us quiet, when you see us, we're not doing things we're doing before. And in your head, you are starting thinking, maybe he's talking to someone now. Maybe there is one call. Auntie, 70% of the time, you are the least of our problem. I'm telling you, honestly speaking, especially if you are married to a high-valued man, a man who truly loves you, a man who thinks about the family and everything, you are not our problem. Oh. We are dealing with so many other things. Now, when you come forward and your best food, your best argument is, my husband is not talking to me. I don't know what I've done this time. You are even making it worse, because the man in his brain will be thinking, imagine I have all these things to deal with, and all my wife is concerned about is, I'm not talking. I'm not making move. That is why, to me, the question is not, what do you bring to the table? The question is, what do you bring to the marriage? Not table. Fuck that table. Psychologically, what do you bring to the marriage? Are you observant? Are you a good monitor of behavior, patterns, trends? Do you even know when something changed with your husband? I'm just saying. If you are married to an African man, bro may not open up. Oh. Many of them, they are there, they no go talk. Oh. They go, they buy, they go new. And something will be eating you up like mad. I share something with you guys. I think maybe one of the show we did last week. When something was stolen from me, Jesus, I was hit really, really hard. I don't see it coming. Just like my sister Yinka and many of my sisters here, they are like perfectionists. They like to kind of put everything in place, make sure they are ready. I am like that. I thought, I've mastered everything. Nothing they come, I'm in control. When they stole that shit from me, I almost, for the first 3 days first, I call my manager and I'm like, hey, see what's going on. I don't think I can come to work. And my manager, oh, God bless her. My manager understood. And she's like, oh, Ben, really? Please, Ben, take as much time as, if you need to stay 1 week, please stay. Then I told my wife. Then when I told my wife too was shocked. But then we have mastered each other very well. Just the way he hit me, he hit my wife. But my wife knew that we usually like our support system, me and her. So when one is down, the other one has to be strong. I think my wife just figured out that this thing hit me like never before. So she started being the stronger one, the stronger one. But I was lost. Golly. Now, that situation, we took care of it. God took control. And it was a lot easier because I always tell wifey everything. I know they hide them. But imagine if I'm the type of man that maybe I even hid that thing from madam in the first place. When I did that shit, maybe madam don't even have any idea that something like that is existing somewhere. And now, when that one come up, come hit me like my truck. Do you think I will now go back to her now? Something that I didn't tell her before. You think I will now tell her now? And that is how my enemy will be dying softly. So I brought that into this conversation for you to know that sometimes some of these things go deeper than we look at it. It's so important that as a woman, make sure you can read your husband. Yes, you are the queen of the house. You are the one that we have to pamper all the time. But also take your time to make sure when something is wrong with your man, just one look, just staying around in 30 minutes, you can tell that something is off. And then you get on his case. I'm just saying. No be by force, so you don't have to do it. Before some people will come for me and say, Ben, what are you talking about? Is he not a man? No, I'm just saying for those who want to hold their marriage together, for those who are really ready to work on it to make it work, I'm just saying, just as much as your husband is taking care of you, you also have to take care of him. Mhm. I don't know, maybe this can help or not, but I'm just sharing anyway. Now, societal expectations. This one, this one depends on the husband you marry. You know, there are some African men that they like to impress people outside. Yeah, they like to impress people outside, but they careless. They don't even give that much f about what's happening inside the house. Yeah, societal expectations. Some ladies, some aunties, some girls, they will end up marrying a man who is so much concerned about what are people saying about me when I come out. What will people say? My dress, my car. Ooh, people got to see me that I'm a big man. Hmm. Hmm. That one deal. Now, that is the stupid one, the stupid societal expectation. The bigger societal expectation that you should be concerned about as an African wife is we have this issue of I must be the man, and is eating a lot of men up. I must be the man. I must show up. I must own a property. Oh, I should have had this. Oh, I should have... Look, a lot of African brothers, they are in competition. Yes. Not direct competition like, oh, me and Uncle Dayo. No. You know the way aunties said it here that women are in competition with each other, with the way they look, how they appear, and all of that. You see, for us men, we are in competition with properties, assets, status. When I come out, how do people see me? Oh, John has built another house in Lagos, and John is still build one in Imo State. Oh, okay, Banji just completed one house for Ondo. Okay, now Banji don't move to Banana Island. I need to get one for Banana Island, man. If I can't get Banana Island, then make I get Victoria Island, man. Oh no, Abuja. Abuja is now, man. Everybody is going to Abuja. Sometimes your husband is worried about societal expectation. Too much pressure. That is why you see some men, they work their butt off here in America or in London, and they really don't live that life. They are building this, building that in Nigeria, everywhere in Africa. And them and their family, they are here suffering. They stuff themselves up in maybe one room apartment or 2-bedroom apartment. And yet, the moment they fly, they enter Nigeria like this, they don't begin Odogun, Odogun. Please, some men will not share this with you. That That house where we built before, the house no fine again. They are building new model now. Maybe let us build new model. Some will not share it with you, and they will be working their butt off in order to feed that goal. And now they will begin to fall short of expectation as far as you are concerned as a woman. You got to figure that shit out, my sister. Sometimes you have to be a detective. Yes. Sometimes you need to be a detective. Mhm. You have to. Because that shit may eat your husband up and he may even come back and eat your marriage alive. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We have story of a lot of men that want to take their wife check. They want to collect their wife money. Ask them what they are doing with that money. All that money is going back to Nigeria. It's going to one project or the other. A project that the wife don't even have an idea that is going on. Your husband, where you know, say you know too much get money, he won't go carry Benz, latest Benz. You get one time when they buy G Wagon. I saw a brother bought G Wagon that time, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Dude, I know what they do. Your money no fee. Your money no reach to buy this G Wagon. Well, I'm just saying, many of our brothers will not tell you that they are dealing with societal expectation. Now, another thing they deal with is this is actually number 7. Let me just share it with you real quick. Another thing they deal with is sexual performance anxiety. This one worst. This one worst. You see, sometimes as a man, you have to be honest with yourself. Once you hit age 40 and you are growing, you have to watch what you consume. Mhm. If you are the type that they drink alcohol in excess, cigar you did there. Sometimes if you go surface, oh yeah, a ganja lord, bro. Now for your body, you go hear them. So sexual performance anxiety. I've jokingly I've said it here so many times that when women get to 38, they're going to 40 and like that. They have this burst of energy that only God knows where it come from. That is why I they refer to them like higher pie people at times. Women have energy. The point is, as they are growing older, they are getting into their mid 40s, 50s, and like that. Their energy, their sexual libido is going up. Some of them, they don't burn their application. Now that and then they won't tear you as a husband. Unfortunately, for we as a man, as you are growing older, your energy is decreasing. And that is why Viagra is selling like wildfire. Listen, if your husband, hmm, if your husband energy is decreasing, if this man can go 4 rounds before in a night, and the next day you are back at it, and now bro can hardly complete 2 rounds, and he's not having conversation with you until problem they come. Yes. If your husband is between the ages of 45, 50, 55, and he had never had this conversation with you where he admit that, babe, take am easy now. Well, I know to get strength, so make I rest. If he had never had those kind of conversation around you, every time, once you touch am, bam, you don't bounce up. Baby, I'm ready. Let's go, let's go. Your husband is consuming some drugs. If your husband is in the 50 going to 55 to 60, and you want to be having sex with him 5 times in a week, and uncle is I'm ready, baby, let's do it. Woo! Your husband is taking drug. I'm so sorry. It might not be all of them, but at least 90% of that man in that rage that have never sat you down at the wife and say, babe, say, I don't get energy like before again, no, but I still there, I'm a man. Anytime you touch, you say, I'm ready to go. May God protect your husband. Sudden death will not happen to your husband in Jesus' name. Anybody that get to see this video, if this is happening in your home now, you and your husband, you have never noticed any time your husband is struggling sexually, and you have conversation around it. Auntie, wahala timbo. American medicine, they always get adverse reaction. If they get side effect and adverse reaction, go and check. One day, monkey fit go market, may e no come back. If we dive into the number of men that are dying as a result of, you could just say, he just brought one guy home, oh, they just do one thing, oh, and that is it. He slump, he snub. Oh, we don't know what happened. He just have a heart attack, Mm-mm. Men don't share, especially when it comes to this sex. Men don't share with women. Oh. If you are the type of woman that the man is not confident enough, you both of you have not been playing around conversation like this before. Uncle Fino talk. So you need to be the grown ass woman and start this conversation. For some men, it's so hard to talk about kerewa. Yes, it makes us feel like we are less of a man, but life happens. All right, I'm just gonna round up the other three. Number 8, unfaithful dreams. Yes. No, unfulfilled dreams. Yes. Unfulfilled dreams is another big wahala. Mhm. A man who feel like at my age I have not achieved my dreams. All I was doing is just taking care of my family. I'm just providing for my wife and their children. Now I just look back now. Now I'm 55. I don't even have this to show for it. I don't have that to show for it. I don't even have life insurance. I don't have this. Unfulfilled dream can cause wahala. That is why it's very important you speak to your husband about his dream. Let him share with you where he want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Ask him his retirement expectations. How do you want to retire? What is your retirement dream? Babe, what kind of house do you even think you want? Ask him a lot of things. His job. Sometimes ask him, babe, are you happy with this job? I know you are providing for it, but talk? Men will not share. And if they feel that they are not fulfilling their dreams, guess who's going to get the short ends of whatever it is that is coming? The wife. Oh. Number 9, what men will not share with you? Temptations and external pressure. This one, they're not going to even share and lie. Temptation and external pressure. From infidelity to peer pressure, nothing. They not go share that one. I don't even know what to advise women about that. Make una know first. A lot of men will not share their temptation with you. But if both of you have a very good rapport, if your husband is the type that he's so free with you, your husband can tell you, say, oh, more, he go tell you some story. You know, if you see this babe with the eye me, I just say no. God forbid this one no go happen. You know, you just joke about it, but most time men will not share that with you. They no go share and lie because many of our African sisters they can't take it. They don't have stomach for it. Number 10, the last one, fear of failure. That is it right there. We are so scared. We don't want to be termed a failure. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. Maybe all I said so far makes sense, but God will help some people in Jesus' mighty name. Please, this does not apply to everybody. This video is not meant for, or at least let me say, 95% of people watching this video is not meant for you. One thing I've noticed with my YouTube journey is that sometimes I'll just create some of this content and I will leave it. And guess what? Later, they will go get views. I will now see a lot of comment and I'll be asking like, where is this coming from? I created the content that I left in Trends Reality. I created that content, I think, last year. By the time I went back to check, that content has, I think, 360 something comments now. And it was a content about African American. It's not even related around. So please don't be annoyed. This video is not meant for you. But I know somehow, somebody might be dealing with this, and God might just let this video show up on their timeline. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Uncle Dayo, let me do this so that we can have this. Let me do this so that we can have this. All right, Uncle Dayo, over to you, sir. All right, Uncle Dayo, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Uncle Beno. And I want to say good evening to all Refam in the house and everyone on the platform. And if you are just joining us, please hit the like button. And we are a family. Please feel free to express yourself, but please no abuses and don't try to drag anybody. Thank you. Now, this issue that we're talking about is very, very critical for most marriages because why? From the number one that it started, finances, to the last one, fear of failure. These are issues that every marriage sometimes experience along the way. And if the foundation is faulty, these same issues may be the make or break for your marriage. Because why? If they are not properly handled, it can make your marriage or break your marriage. That's why one needs to pay attention to it. If you are not even married, please learn to keep them at the back of your mind so that when you finally have a partner, if you are having a partner right now, please, these are things that you need to discuss. Sisi said something in the, I mean, on the platform that why is it that um, you cannot have conversation with your partner about some things? And the truth is this: when you are in courtship with anybody, most men, not all, most men are always conscious because that's the time that they are like studying you, their partner as a woman. Men will be studying you. He will tell you some things, see the way you will react, and then he will know, okay, this girl can handle this, or this girl, she cannot handle some facts. If you are the type of girl that if you are being told something that is not kind of a pleasant to you, and you go haywire over it, I bet you that will be the last one you will hear from that guy. Same thing with you. Same thing with a lady also. If a lady is being honest to you and say, "Oh, maybe something like, sorry, oh, my ex called me this afternoon and was saying some kind of a thing that want us to go out, blah blah blah." And you, as a guy, you are like, "So, what did you tell him? Eh? Is that what you want to be doing?" And you take from there. I tell you, that girl will never tell you anything again going forward because of the way you react. But if you're type that you are calm, cool, and calculated, and you like offer advice, they see everybody does this in a relationship. Once you know that you can talk to your partner, you feel relaxed to discuss things with him or or with her. But many people shut that door earlier in their relationship. So going into marriage, that door cannot be unlocked again. It has been closed. That's where we have issues. That's number one. In the area of finances, you must understand something. If there is no transparency in your finances, that marriage will be very, very rocky. Because transparency matters. Uncle Beno said something about men not disclosing what they are really earning to their wives, simply because they want the wife to see them as an odogu. I say to that personally, you are setting yourself up for a big fall. Because if you as a man, your wife doesn't have an idea of how much you are earning, women, they will plan everything. The one that you have and the one that you don't have, they plan it for you. And you cannot come and say, babe, I cannot afford all this at once like this. You will be struggling to meet up so that your partner will keep seeing you as the odogu that you want her to be seeing you as. That is wrong. if your partner knows that you are earning, for instance, now you are earning $60,000 annually, and your take-home pay every month is extra set amount of money, a good partner will plan with you that even at the end of the day, you still have something to save because both of you need to do that. She will not allow a budget to exceed what you can afford. That's a good partner. At the same time, we have some partners that if you tell them that you are earning 100 pounds, for instance, in a month, they will plan every penny to 99.9 pounds for you, all for their own selfish reasons, and you will get nothing as a man. That's why some men prefer not to disclose what they are earning to their wife so that they will not plan them out of their own salary. It's not funny, but that's just the way it is. So it goes both. See, what people don't normally see is that they don't see their own part in any situation. How did I handle this thing that have now turned into this situation? They always want to look at the other person as the cause of the problem. But you too, you have a part to play. The first time that this man told you about how much he's earning, what did you do? Did you plan everything of his salary all to yourself? Or in fact, you may even plan it for the whole house, but you left the man no choice. See, every man needs some liquidity. Let me explain this. No matter how wealthy you are, no matter how broke you are, even though you want to solve all the problem in the home, give the man some kind of a allowance to be able to do one or two things for himself. That amount of liquidity really matters. A situation may come in the home whereby things are so tight that even the salary cannot be even be enough. Let me share this. Let me be a little bit vulnerable. When I newly started work as an internal auditor at the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing in the 80s, when I collect my salary, as a young man, I was not in any relationship. I was just planning, give my mother some money, share this to the family, and then everything. I realized that I was sharing more outside. I don't really care about myself until my mother called me and said, "Sit down." I just went that day after collect salary. I gave her some money. She now sat me down and said, "I know how much you are earning. You giving me this amount of money. How much is left for you?" I said, "No, mom, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm okay. I will manage. I'm a guy. I know my way around." She said, "No." She cut that money into half and said, "This one, take it and go and buy something for yourself." I never forget that lesson. From that day, anytime I collect salary, if it's ordinary food that I will eat something that will make my soul happy. I will go out and eat something that will make my soul happy before I now use the money for every other thing that I want to use it for. And if I need something that I want to get for myself, I'll go out and get it. So when men realizes that you are the type of partner that does not consider them or think about them, they will just close shop. They will not tell you anything again about it. In fact, they can be telling you that, okay, when they are earning 100 pounds, for instance, they can tell you that, oh, I'm earning only just 80 pounds. So that you can plan everything within that 80 pounds. Meanwhile, they still have 20 pounds in their pocket. Some men does that. I'm not saying it is right, but some of these women too, are the reason why that one happened. Now, on the other hand, again, when you talk about fear of failure, every man have that fear. Every man have that. Even though you are an odogu, in fact, they are the one that have the fear most because they are the one that be thinking, I pray say make my ship no go capsize on the sea. I pray say make my goods make them no go seize am. Make custom knows. They are always thinking and worried about failures. It's a normal thing, but you as a partner, you should be able to understand because you are supposed to be a support system. Somebody said in the comment that women are not supposed to be their sidekick. My dear, you are supposed to be your husband's sidekick. Whether I like it or yes, that is the truth. If you really love that man, his well-being should be paramount in your mind because he too is doing the same thing for you. Ordinary looking at ordinary looking ordinary looking at my wife, I can tell something's off. She knows, and she herself just seeing me, she can babe, what's the problem? Something. We have studied ourselves to that level, and we talk. But if you claim that you don't know when your man is not feeling okay, or maybe when something's not going right with your man, and you are not bothered as a wife, then I question that your relationship.
Mr. Dayo. Mr. Dayo, can hear you.
And oh my
Uncle
God, my
Dayo.
granddaughter. I'm okay. Please, Austin, please let me take her out. I beg. Sorry about that. It's my granddaughter. So, as I was saying, how can you say you are living with a man or with a woman in the house and you don't know when the person's mood changes? There's something wrong with that relationship. Because why? You are the first port of call for your partner in the home. God forbid, if anything happens in the night, when the two of you are already sleeping on bed, who will be the first person that should react? It's you. So you should make conscious effort to know your man and to know your woman. Now, somebody said that we cannot force them to talk now. See, women, we are the head, fine. But you women, you are the neck. The neck can turn the head anywhere you want. That is wisdom for you. You must know your husband Momo button. Some men are so secretive that they may want to hold everything in, even though they are dying inside. They may not want to speak up. Get to know how to make your husband open up. And if he's that type of person from your relationship days, from when you were just dating, let him know that, hey, Charlie, we have to open up. Otherwise, this thing cannot work. If you don't have that conversation during your relationship days, and you move into marriage, you know this man is always quiet. He does not want to talk. You must talk, please. Single people out there, if you are dating anybody that does not talk, please run. It's a red flag. Marriage, you must open up your mouth and talk. Otherwise, you are heading for problems. Don't say, oh, that is nature, is quiet. Even gentle people talks. Your partner must talk to you, and you too must talk to your partner. Don't make it a one-way traffic, because women talks a lot, so only women will talk. No, men too talks. Ask him questions, demand an answer. Let him open up to you, so that by the time you are in a marriage, it will be easier for you to communicate. In fact, one of the first signs that you will know that something is wrong in your marriage is if your communication drops. If you and your wife, or if you and your husband doesn't communicate as before, something's off. That's where you start doing diagnosis to know what's really going on. If you don't talk to your partner, please, it's a red flag. Or if your partner doesn't talk to you, because this is kind of person that whatever is going on with him or her, you will never know, because you're already used to him not talking. I beg you, anybody that does not talk, don't marry them, please. It's a red flag. Now, going to the issue of adult married people that Uncle Beno talks about, the age between 40 and 45. See, where this thing becomes a bit difficult is that I think, Uncle Beno, we may need to do a much bigger show on this, and I will explain why.
Okay,
If
sir.
you marry between if you marry between your age brackets, that is, maybe you are 40 and your wife is 42, 43, or maybe you are 45 and your wife is 41, 42, fine. Because medically, if you are not in the same age bracket, men tends to, once a man crosses 40, 45 into 50, their libido drops. But ironically, women are more susceptible
I think network.
after childbirth.
Uncle Dio. Hey, Niger network. Oh.
Once
Uncle Dio, you are going in and out,
they are
sir.
entering 38, 39, that's when their libido will be picking up. It will keep picking, and then it now becomes a problem in the home. The next thing that, oh, probably is having a side chick outside, or maybe there's somebody else there. No, it may not always be like that. Age factor matters, but it is better if you are within the age bracket with your husband. So both of you can relate. But if there is a little bit of age disparity,
We
your
can't
sexual
hear you,
orientation
sir.
may be different at some level, and if you don't communicate. But if you communicate it,
Can't hear you, sir.
Uncle
hello,
Dio. Okay, we can hear you better now.
hello,
Yes, we can hear you better now.
Uncle Dio.
yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, we can hear you better now.
Okay,
Yes, we can hear you
so
better now.
as I was saying, you need to use discussion, no matter what, with your partner. When it comes to sexual orientation, let it be known. Oh, if you're having any issues, now one of the things that men don't discuss mostly is if they are having anything that has to do with their manhood. You Before a man can disclose that to the woman, it must be it must be a man that is very, very sincere, because that's what really makes him a man. Instead of the man to discuss it, he would rather try to look for solution, and that's where things get complicated. If a man suddenly discover that he cannot perform as he used to, before he can tell the wife, see, I'm having these challenges, oh, he will look for solution like taking Viagra, taking drugs, or just trying to keep up with the wife. And unfortunately, many men have gone in that process just because they want to please the wife. And the wife mostly does not even know what really happened. But if you can have that kind of a conversation with your wife, and she too being a kind of an understanding person, both of you can work on it and get it solved, or get a better result out of it, instead of just the man bearing it alone. There are so many things that men may not tell their wife, but whatever affects life or that will affect the home, men should be able to discuss it with their wife, no matter what, whether good or bad. But I must say this also: some women don't have a receptive spirit to listen without judging. And when you do that to a man, if a man confesses something to you, and instead of you to be receptive, listen to him, and you are judgmental, he may never open up to you again. He may never open up to you again, because why? He knows what to expect. That is why some men that are quiet, it's not because they want to be, but because they have read you already, and they know that, hey, if I tell this thing to my wife, this house will also. And one of the things that men likes most is peace. Every man wants peace in their home, and they will do everything possible to maintain that peace. If I know that if I tell my wife this thing, nagbasbos, I'd rather keep it to myself. I'll damn the consequences and keep it to myself. But if I know that if I tell this thing to my wife, if I say these things to my wife, she will listen to me. She will not judge me. Even though I was strong, she will have a way of correcting me without judging me. Of course, anytime I have a problem, she'll be my first port of call. But I want to ask the wives, how many of you does your husband see you as his first port of call anytime he has a problem outside? How many? The man is not stupid, though. Neither is he foolish. It is because of your reactions. It is because of your reaction. Yes, women too have problems, but if your first port of call when you have problem outside is not your husband, then there's a problem in that marriage. Why can't you go and explain to your husband? Maybe your husband is type that does not care, that will just lash you, talk, talk, talk dirty to you, blame you, judge you, and all. You will never go to him. So these are the things that need to be taken care of while you are still in a relationship. Learn to know which kind of person you are dealing with. From the one when I was in a courtship with my wife, we were open. Oh, I told her clearly, see, I'm an open book. Initially, she does not want to believe it, but when she now sees that I tell her everything, and then she too, she opened up to me. And one thing that I thank God for is that I have never judged my wife, no matter what she does. I've always been considerate. I've always put myself in a situation to be able to read her better. If every man can do that, there'll be peace in the home. Oh. There'll be peace in the home. So please let us learn from all these 10 points that were raised. If you need to watch this show again, watch it again, put pen to paper, write them out, and take a lesson from them. And God will bless us all. Thank you.
Hmm. Wow, Uncle Dio. I always enjoy hosting with Uncle Dio because Uncle Dio will bring that senior Egbon vibe to the show. I see all the shades that Abby is throwing. They see you be Abby. What have I done today? I haven't done nothing, girl. What you doing? Abby, you want make I speak New York accent for you? Yo. What's going on, mommy? What I do? What I do, man? What I do? Just say you be. What's going? Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if you guys wanna contribute, I can share the link, and then Simbi will moderate while I join back later. But if we don't have anything to add, I think we can just call it a day here. I don't know why I choose to do today's show. What I initially planned to cover was I think I shared it at the backstage. There is this guy that was actually cheating on his wife with one of his groomsmen, and the wife has now deleted and she dropped a lot of evidence everywhere. Like seriously, evidence, yakpa, screenshot, and all of
Uncle
that.
Ben is not groomsman, no. Bridesmaid.
Is it bridesmaid or groomsmen? Now groomsmen I see, and the guy where
And
the now gay, but he joined the
that
groomsmen. Is that not what
that's an
happened there?
error. That's an error. We'll talk about it. So,
Okay, let me. The one I saw, I see the lady dressed and she was standing with the groomsmen. So I think maybe they used the title as a clickbait because I went back, read the story, watched the videos and everything. But I know of some people that when they get married, some of their female friends we dress like part of the groomsmen. Have you seen that before, Simbi, or not? There are some marriages
yes,
like that. I've seen
it's
that
not
kind of
new.
wedding.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes,
you will
there
see a lady
is.
that dress and she will join the groomsmen. So I think that's what happened in that wedding. In fact, when I first saw groomsmen, I'm like, blood of Zachariah. Then when I now saw the video and then I see the way the lady dressed, wearing trouser and jacket or suit or whatever, I'm like,
Okay,
oh,
it was insinuating agege. So that's a
yeah,
clickbait.
that now that's how they put it. But that was one of the show I was going to cover, and then I wanted to talk about the other wedding where that guy called off the wedding because the lady will not allow his sister to join the bridesmaid. Uh, you know, so I was going to cover
Yes.
those two, but I don't know. My spirit just led me that okay, let me talk about this because when I was watching Natty B show and Natty B actually emphasized what men are dealing with, it kind of ring a bell. So I just be like, well, since real farm sisters have said we must educate men, we must educate men. So I just feel like, okay, maybe we should begin to review to real farm that some of my brothers, my brotherlies, they are coconut head to the core. They will not talk. And if you really love this man is doing everything, but yet you are having problem in your marriages as a result of him not opening up. Maybe one of these 10 challenges we identify might help. So that's why I just do the show. And again, like I said, this show is not for the real farm sisters, but my spirit just tell me some people might get to see this show and it could help them. And For the sisters, this is what I would advise. If you get to see this show and you feel like your husband don't open up, share this video with your husband. Maybe if he hear me they describe am man to man, he might have a change of heart. Because everything in relationship, mm, it's all about communication. Frankly speaking, it's about communication. Mostly when you have a partner that opens up, that solve like almost 60 to 70% of your marital problem. I'm just saying, I'm not an expert, but I just know that couples that are transparent, that tell each other what's up, they 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 are mostly the one that stay together for the longest, unless one just decide to just play along. Because in those days, many of our mothers, they are in some stupid toxic marriages, but they won't leave. And then later you hear them say, I've been married for 30 years, I've been married for 40 years. But what is the quality of that marriage? And nowadays, the sisters we are having now, I think we need to take them for deliverance. The sisters we are having now, they are not ready to say, let me just manage you. The only reason can manage with you is maybe if you are a billionaire. But you know, be billionaire, you are just comfortable financially, and they are doing better, and you don't talk as a man. Hey, wahala ma wa. And I'm gonna say this as I'll be leaving the studio, since we don't have any contributor. I'm gonna say this, please, bros, learn to beg your wife for help. Let me say it again, maybe if it makes sense. Learn to beg your wife for help. There are some coconut head women on this street now. If you say you know they talk as a man, you want to keep it to yourself, let me bottle it, I will bottle it inside. They no send your papa. Oh. The way you they bottle it inside, they go even help you they bottle ham too until the thing choke you. Learn to ask for help. You hear me? Hey, I don't know whether it makes sense, but I just say make I make I tell my brothers. Some sisters, you no talk, they no send your papa. Oh. Wa kan wuwu wa better. And brothers, learn to share with your woman. Yes. If you share with her initially and she's becoming judgmental, tell her that, babe, you are judging me. I share with you so that you will know what I'm passing through. I didn't share it for you to judge me. And as sisters, please, I know sisters, many times, y'all don't know when you are judging people. I'm just being honest here. A lot of times, sisters, you don't know when you are judging your man. So please, I don't know, maybe MOP can educate the community about that, as well as do something about that. I don't have that depth to the break and down like the way MOP will break it down. But I just want you to know that, sisters, don't judge. What makes men don't open up mostly is the judgment. You are supposed to be the person who their secrets should be saved with. Okay? Sister Marriott, leave me. Oh. I'm not calling anybody out, Sister Marriott. Shadow me. Oh. I'm just saying, the sister where I know now, oh, sorrow. You know, talk. You dey form Odogu. Wakudan. So talk, talk like say, become a canary. I remember, I remember when I had no, not when I had COVID. I think I felt sick recently. Not like sick like that. You know, one of those days when you go to work, you come back, your body is just feeling somehow. So when I got home, my mother was sleeping already. As I climbed bed like this, my body just did somehow. I take medication and all of that. I can't wake my mother and say, babe, I beg. Anytime you wake up for night, they check on me. Oh. I don't know how my body they do me, but please just make sure you check on me, okay? Poor woman. She no fit sleep again after I said that. I don't know, say this woman, this woman go set the alarm. They check me throughout the night. I'm just saying. So, brother, sometimes you have to open your mouth and talk. I don't see why some men won't just open up to their wife. This woman don't see you finish. This woman can literally describe every aspect of your body. Your yansh, your bola, every goddamn thing, your hair. She she know everything about you. Why? What are you hiding from her for? I don't know. I'm just saying. Seriously speaking, I'm just saying the stage we are now in marriage and relationship, women are smarter. Oh. And whenever they say that, it's not like maybe they are trying to boost women ego. It's because they are smart, but they can also pretend. To balo ya wèrè. If you talk, say you be madman. Some of these sisters, hey, they just carry their own madness, go hide in you. So if you are dealing with anything and you don't tell them, especially if they make 1, 2 attempts to try to get into to try to find out what's going on and you are not talking, some of them will just lock up. And let me tell you this: have you pay attention to women lately from age 25 all the way to 60? Are you paying attention to them? Did you notice how beautiful they can be? Like how sexy they can be? Bro, if you are dealing with anything and you refuse to tell your woman and that thing buy you, what? Hey, hey, Omirigidi, your wife will find another man with 6 pack. Wait, talk. She go mourn, if not better woman. With these sisters where they see now, better woman, she fit mourn you like 1 year. If you see the one wey mourn you for 1 year, sef omo, your family need to dey worship the woman need that she mourn you for 1 year. Some, if you are moving mad, you don't involve them in things. You are doing Mr. Macho, Mr. Macho. The thing can't buy you. Ah. Your wife go collect the house, the car, everything now. She even don't become big girl now. Now men go the rush her. So just think about that. If you're dealing with anything, share with your wife. That's all I want to say. And wife, if you truly love your husband, if you know that your husband is not the type that come forward, and you know there are some men that they will open up, but you have to apply a little pressure. When you apply a little pressure, then they open up. Please go ahead, apply the pressure. It's no easy. I pray by the power of Almighty God, all the people that will get to see this video, you will not end up carrying 2 people load though. It won't be your portion in Jesus' name. You and your man will live long till you age. In fact, till teeth come off on a mouth finish in Jesus' name. Marriage no hard. We just have to understand and know what we are doing. Okay. So thank you, my Sister Yinka Marriott, Auntie Labelle. Thank you, ma. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Yes, Auntie Labelle, you are right. It's about pride and ego with most men. Not we African men, particularly. That pride and ego, may God just help us. Ego, I will not talk to my wife. I cannot tell my wife nothing. What does she know? Uncle, your wife know plenty. Okay. Hmm. Ah. Chucky, are you saying I better not talk to someone who won't use it against me? I really don't get that, Chucky. But Chucky, please take note of this video. Watch it over and over again, my brother. Because when you come, when you're gonna be our guest, these are some of the things we will go over. Okay. Thank you, Sister Jinye. Say I will gladly check on you. Thank you, Jerry. Okay, everybody. Sister Yinka said, smart wife. There's a thin line between love and hate. The same energy we give you, okay, the same energy we give you love is how It will flip when it's other way out. Let's show love to each other, and there will be no wahala. Thank you, my sister. On that note, Simbi, you want to add anything? We are out of here. Now, Sissy,
Oh,
I said we're out of here. Sissy, they join.
Sissy is in the studio.
Sissy, are you okay? No. Let me ask you the way you used to ask me. Are you okay, Sissy?
I'm okay, thank you.
I've been here for 2 hours, and you just bust into my studio.
Uncle Ben, I was making puff puff. Free me.
You are doing puff puff.
I was
No
making
bad.
puff puff.
All right, Uncle Dayo is still here. Simbi is here. Continue. I will join with the other phone. Okay.
No problem. I'm just gonna be quick.
Okay,
Thank you,
sir.
Uncle. Thank you, Uncle Dio. Welcome back, Sibby. We've missed you, my love. Uncle Ben, you've been behaving
Hi,
today.
Sissy, welcome.
Uncle Dio, Papi, thank you so much for your words of wisdom. It was great listening to you.
Thank you, Sissy. Thank you very much.
I said in the comments, we need to have a show with you to come and drop your insights because you have so many, and we need to hear the young men need to hear a lot of what you're saying, and you need to have a dedicated show. So my contribution, I think it's all the points that Uncle Ben listed were really great, and a lot of what Mr. Dyer said what hit the nail on the head. I think they were spot on in terms of the observations and the advice that was given. I think for me, I'll just make my contribution and say that moving forward, people that are dating in this space now, Gen Z, millennials, whatever, I think it's important to date somebody who you actually like. Okay, let's learn to date people that we like. Get into relationships with people that we genuinely like. Don't marry people, get into a relationship because of the situation or circumstance or pressure or whatever. Because when you enter those type of relationships, it's easy to become complacent because genuinely you don't like the person. So you're not really gonna be checking up on them to find out what's wrong with them. You're just married for the sake of being married, right? I think our sister Yinka said it's important to what did she say? She said that when you're married to your friend, it'll be difficult not to know that there's something wrong with the person, and I agree with that. So people that are saying, oh, how will you know? It's not your place to find out what's wrong with him. No, I think it is your place because you have a duty of care to each other, and if you genuinely love somebody and care about their well-being, it will not even make you feel settled to sleep or to go about your day. If they're not doing good, you will not be doing good. So I think it's important to date people and marry somebody who you like and who's your friend. That way, some of these things and issues that people come up with, it will be easier to manage, and it will just make the relationship stronger. What else? I said in the comments, men, learn to open your mouth. I think there's some things that should be discussed at the dating stage, or even once you started dating and you see that this person is somebody that I want to be serious with. Maybe I want to get married to the person. If you all have the weight of your entire family and their generation on your shoulders, I think it's unfair to go into a marriage and expect that you will not let your partner know that, look, you know what, I actually am the provider for the family. This is my situation. And also, because some women may be understanding, as Africans, we understand the black tax is part of, some of us, black tax is part of is in our DNA. It's just something that some of us are carrying along with us. However, if you don't tell the other person coming into that relationship with you, I think it's really unfair because they have an expectation of what their life is going to look like. Kids, maybe where they want the kids to go to school, the type of house they want to have. But if they're imagining that on a salary that you presented, yet that salary is not even 10% once you finish paying all of your family members' debts or their bills, I think it's really unfair to drag somebody into that kind of situation and then expect them to, pick up the pieces or to come and start supporting. Yes.
You are so wrong. You get bad mouth. You say
What?
once you finish paying all of your family member.
Yeah, but it's true. So I remember when I was dating, I had this thing. I said I don't want to date a firstborn because they will have so much responsibilities, or somebody who's carrying the weight of their entire family. Because I'm sorry, I have I want to be able to go on holidays. I want my kids to have a certain type of lifestyle that we should be able to maintain as a family. And if you're spending all our money paying for your family members, what's left for our family? And I told you previously, my mum was the youngest in her family, but the only one that came to the UK. And she was paying black tax when I was younger as a kid for the entire family. And there was a lot of things that I went without as a child purely because of that reason. So for me personally, even though I don't personally have black tax that I pay me and my siblings, I've always said I don't want to date somebody who is carrying the weight of their entire family on their shoulders. No, because I don't want my kids to go without certain things. So I think it's important to let the person that you intend to be serious with kind of understand your situation. And then also, even if you do have your black tax, you also need to let me know, okay, how long are you going to be doing these things for? You know, do you intend to pay for your like your brother's kids until they hit university? What's the plan long term? Do you understand? If it's a short term thing, I think most women will be accommodating. But if it's something that you plan to pay their university school fees for one, then you would now take up the next one that's just entering nursery to pay them to. I mean, when is it going to end? So it's important to talk and let the other person know. I think those were my two things. Thank you.
Wow.
All right,
Thank you so much, Sissy.
All right, let's just round it up here. Thank you, Cece. We really appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Uncle Dayo. We'll see
Hey,
you in
Uncle
the next
Dio.
one. All right,
Thank you, Real
guys.
Farm. Uncle Benu, can I
Yes,
quickly
sir.
say something just before we round off? Please,
Okay,
I
sir.
want to add this to our conversation. Any man that has not learned to conquer his ego is not ready for marriage. Ego has always been the the main issue behind most men's downfall. It's a good thing if it's well uh, if it's well monitored and it's well controlled. But any man that has not learned to control his ego is a red flag on the loose. Thank you.
All right,
Wow,
thank you
thank you
very
so much,
much.
Mr. Dad.
Yeah, thank you. Simbi, how you did? That your voice, that your tiny, tiny voice. You are back again. Wahala girl.
Uncle
You
Ben.
better you better send Don Pedro to Abby. Abby do a lot of work where you know deal.
Abby
So
is
go settle Abby.
amazing.
Oh.
Yes, yes. Abby, kisses to you. Shout out to you. Thank you for holding it down. Thank you so much, Abby.
Yeah, Abby, CC, Honey, Babe, all the real fam sister, they did the amazing job. All right. So they were like, oh, we have to protect our baby job. Because me, I don't begin to look
Wow.
for another sexy girl. We get sweet voice. We fit speak
Ah,
Russia.
Uncle Ben, no.
Hey now.
Thank you, Real Farm VIP ladies. You guys are the best. You rock. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Yeah, thank you,
Uh,
everybody. And your dark Chucky. By the way, you need to talk to Abby. Abby is stressing my brotherly too much. Abby know the let Chucky drink water,
no,
drop cup.
Abby is saying, Abby is just trying to say, why do women have to babysit men? Because men are adults. So I think maybe that's a conversation for another time.
You know, it's not even a conversation. Now Gen Z answer to everything be that. Abby is just being Abby. Your generation, you get as it be with 19. Okay, you know be Gen Z now, you be millennial like
I'm
CC
not
Abby.
Gen Z, oh, I'm millennial, Uncle
But all of
Ben.
you are
Me, I'm
behaving
not
like
Gen
Gen Z
Z.
now.
Hmm. No,
Why are
we
you
are
saying that we're
different.
behaving like Gen Z when it's Abby's in her own lane?
This is serious.
Who
I was still here.
CC? Who wants
Yes.
soft life? Is it not Gen Z that wants soft life?
Who doesn't want soft life? You yourself that you're
We
working
all
hard. You don't want
do.
soft life.
Even Gen X and baby
You don't
Eh,
want
boomers.
soft life. I
eh,
think it's Gen X that are enjoying soft life more. A lot of them are becoming empty nesters. Your mortgages are almost
Mm-hmm.
done, or a lot of them, the mortgages are finished paying. So who's enjoying
eh.
soft life more? It's just you don't know the direction you guys want to be in. That's all.
Oh,
Don't blame us.
you are talking about Uncle Emeka, Uncle Patrick them. Not
No, but
not
are you
not
not
me.
Gen X?
Uncle Patrick.
We are the last tail end of Gen X. Then Uncle Patrick, Uncle Emeka, those are the one that what let's go. Now we'll start another conversation.
I
TC,
didn't even touch the carry what topic. Don't worry, I'll come back to that.
don't touch no Kerewa topic.
I didn't even touch that point on
Let
my
me know when
box.
you're gonna be our special guest. Then we can cover everything we want to cover.
That's
Okay?
an HR discussion. It's not carry what discussion. What's that got to do
It's
with it?
corporate discussion. We can talk
I
about
will.
it now. You are HR. How do you handle
Well, I can talk
what?
about when people are doing things inappropriately. Yeah, gross misconduct. Continue. A lot of Africans making inappropriate comments.
Yeah, yes, CC. All right.
No
Thank you,
problem. Love
everybody.
you
I'll see
guys.
you guys in the
Bye.
next one. Bye.
Your love for rumor drives me insane. Culture's a wave you can't contain. Raise your hands if you feel alive. Heartbeat matching the drum's drive. Well, you step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Night to the world, let it show. We rock it, we flexing, let it flow.